Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the week of April 10th. This week, let's see what's going on for you. Also, check out astrojar.com for more awesome astrologers and readers. But this week, yeah, very ambitious this week for sure. So let me just take a quick look at some things that are going on here. Definitely a huge focus on the home at this time for you, I would have to say, and possibly also travel as well. So for a lot of you, you have 3 4s here. You know what? Let me just take a second here. I apologize, but I want to pop up the chart as well and take a look at what's going on for you there, and just so we can get maybe a little bit more detail on what's going on with these 4s for sure. But you start off with the 9 of Clubs. Definitely very, very kind of like ready to go, ready to take action, ready to make things happen. You have Mars in your sign at this time. Again, I still don't have the chart up, but you know, I know Mars is in your sign at the moment, and so with Mars in your sign, definitely makes you feel more ambitious, more fired up. I think that for you, it has a lot to do with also, again, becoming stronger, realizing like your capabilities, realizing what you can do, and realizing that you are you yourself are enough. Again, I've talked about this a little bit. I think that your main message for the past couple years with me has been needing to be independent, needing to look for new ways to be independent, and needing to rely less on people, mostly in business, but also work and anything having to do with finances, your own finances, even if you're retired, investments and things like that. So a very interesting time for you indeed, with kind of like all this stuff that is going on for you. Well, the full moon, number one, will be taking place April, that's on April 11th, I believe. Let me just move this forward. That full moon will have a lot to do with your home as well. So that's probably why this is coming up like this, why it's why you have all these 4s, but it's happening in Libra. So that could definitely have an effect on your home life or family life for you. But you have the 9 of Clubs again, like I said, affecting friends and family as well. Clubs cards have to do with friends, so a lot of you could be interacting a lot with friends. You have the 4 of Clubs here as well. So these cards can definitely have to do with you interacting with people around you. But this is a card of recognition and achievement. Definitely a card of trying to be recognized and doing things to stand out. Like I said, I think that's your main message, really, is to do things to stand out, which you probably don't want to do anyway. But I think the universe is definitely pushing you to do that. 4 of Clubs, I call this card the card of Mercury retrograde. It definitely represents a retrograde, the retrograde type energy. So be careful of, you know, all those things. Be careful of decisions you make and purchases you make and all this other stuff. I actually don't think retrogrades are that bad. I've always said it. I've traveled under 2 retrogrades and never had anything happen, but just be prepared as always. This is also a great card of your thoughts stabilizing. You can say that your thoughts are kind of more in line with the truth, more in line with what you should be doing at this time. So definitely trust your intuition. Next, you have the 4 spades, recovery. A lot of you could be experiencing recovery in health just in general this year, I would say. So I don't even think that it's, I don't think it's for this week necessarily, this card. So definitely interesting. Also a travel card, card of separation, card of separating from an area. So again, that could be travel or even moving. Again, you have the 4 of Diamonds as well, which is the same thing, moving basically, or moving for money, moving for a new job, but we'll talk about that more in a second. Next, you have the Queen of Clubs, probably because Mars is in your sign. That's why you have the Queen of Clubs, making you stronger, kind of building up your ambition, building up your ego as well in a healthy way, making you want to be more successful and kind of reach new heights at this time. Next, you have the 4 of Diamonds. Like I said, a great card for travel, moving, and moving for money, moving for business. This card can also represent somebody who is interested in you, believe it or not, even though it's a money card. And you have the Ace of Hearts at the end. So definitely could be a potential love week. But I would say, again, that it's probably just because, I have no clue where I was going with that. Totally lost my train of thought. But anyway, I would say that probably not necessarily. I think where I was going with that was not necessarily the beginning of a relationship for you, but definitely a time where you can feel probably more attractive and feel like maybe you can notice people looking at you more in your astrology here next week as well. Or I should say this week, depending on when you're watching this. You'll have Venus sextiling Mars as well, which will definitely make you feel more attractive. And will actually make people see you as more attractive as well. It makes you more confident. You have the Queen of Clubs. Queen of Clubs makes you extremely confident as well. So that confidence kind of allows other people to be attracted to you. This is also a good energy to use if you're in social media, or if you give speeches, or if you're a manager or something like that, and you need to be leading a group, because that same type of attraction kind of will help you gather people's attention at this time. Next, you have the Ten of Diamonds. Very good card for money, more money coming in. It's a card of prosperity and abundance as well. Definitely a card of networking. This can be money coming from other people, or some of you could even be seeing just somebody in your life making more money, and that could actually be a benefit to you in some way. Whether it's you offering them assistance, they offer you assistance, maybe you kind of have somebody in your family who has a business and they hire you, or any number of things could happen with this card. Finally, Ace of Hearts, another card of travel, another card of the home, another card of moving. There's definitely a focus on the home, on your home this week. I would say, again, probably because of that new moon that's causing that to happen, or the full moon. So, very interesting. Card of messages. Pay attention to messages you receive at this time. But also a great card of love and your emotions overflowing. Mostly having to do with family. Again, I usually don't look at this card as actual love coming in, as meeting somebody. I look at it as more of a family card of love coming from family. So, very interesting week for sure. And I think it could be a nice, stable week for you as well. So, thank you, and enjoy your week.